for joining me in another edition of Monday Night Slot Car Live, where I go live with the community. Today, we have special guests, Slot Car and HO Trains. Today, we'll be talking to Kenton. Absolutely fantastic. So, as usual, we'll just give everybody a moment to sort of filter in a little bit, and then we'll be ready to roll. David, I'd like to say thank you for joining me today. Rich, thank you very much, brother. I appreciate it. Awesome, guys. Absolutely awesome. So I got my race shirt on. Donald Masson in the house for the draw. All right, brother. Glad to have you here. Thank you very much. Adam, thanks for joining us, brother. I appreciate it. I got my race shirt on from Victory Lane Speedway. I'm pretty sure I will be going this Thursday to watch wingless sprints. So if you guys are into that kind of thing, I will be going live. So without further ado, let's bring on Slot Car and HO Trains. Kenton. Hey, Sean, thanks for joining us, brother. All right. Awesome. By the beach, thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, there he is. All right. Everybody say hi to Kenton, Slot Car and HO Trains.
What's going on, guys?
Woo. All right. So before we get going, let's see who's in the house. We got Adam, Rusty, By the Beach, Sean Hurley, one of my members, Donald Masson, another one of my members, the big member draw tonight. We're going to do that in a little bit. First, we're going to get right into it tonight. So, Kenton, tell us about what got you started with Slot Car and HO Trains.
In the site or the hobby?
Well, let's call it the your story to HO Glory. What brings you to that website or that page channel?
I just want to do something different. Just just have something, fun. It's like most of the channels seem to be like technical stuff. I just wanted to do something that was just fun. Try to
content that's good for everybody, right?
Yeah, try to keep the hobby going. Like I want to do some TikTok videos. I know most of the kids are on TikTok. So
yeah,
maybe
TikTok,
we can get more kids involved in the hobby.
I think, well, that's a good start too, right? Because in our hobby, we have only two choices. If we don't get the younger generation in, we're going to be the last people. From what I could see, the generation who are watching our videos right now, these are the people who played slot cars when they were younger. And it seems like it's a bit of a battle to bring in the new people, being millennials and everybody else. But I think the secret to that is you got to keep it fresh, you got to keep it flashy, and you got to keep moving. And I think that's what the secret to your videos are. And everyone's interested in what's going on with your racetrack, I think. You got a very unique setup where you actually have the Tyco train crossover on your track. So tell us what's the story with that.
When I was a kid, I always wanted a train and a race car set, but I was an AFX fanboy.
Yeah.
And at that time, AFX didn't have a rail crossing. And there were no adapter tracks from AFX to Tyco.
Right.
So I couldn't do it then. But then once Auto World came out with the adapter track, that's when the thought crossed my mind. I said, well, I can do it now.
Such an awesome idea. Yeah.
So that's what happened with that. I had
So
the Lifelike crossing first. But what I didn't like about the Lifelike track was the rails were kind of high, and certain
oh,
cars, if you're not going real fast, they would get stuck
oh,
on the crossing.
oh man.
So then I did a search on Tyco crossing on eBay, and then I bought one.
Nice. Yeah, it looks like you got a really good setup there. You're in obviously in the midst. So what's the name of your racetrack?
That's Los Diablos.
There you go.
It's
Perfect.
based on Los Angeles, but
Oh yeah. Yeah,
instead of the
very
city of
good.
angels, it's the city of devils.
Then nice. Right on. Yeah, so what's your plans with it right now? I see you just put out a video where you're building the looks like the train ring on the inner side there, and then you got the foam that you're working on. Is that your preferred medium for building up areas? Is using foam?
Well, I've never done it before, so this is my first go at it. You
Right.
know, before I just had like grass and a track, just like a grass mat and track. That was it. This time I said, oh, there was a layout that I always liked when I was a kid. I saw in a Boys Life magazine at the I forget the name of it. It's in a Boys Life magazine,
Oh, yeah.
and I always wanted to build that. So I got the plans for it, and I based it on it. Some of the tracks, the old model motoring, they had like 5-inch straights and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
couldn't make it exactly like that. So I had to make some stuff up. Or, I had to make things up as I went along to get as close to it as possible.
Well, it's like I always say to have an idea, but don't stick to it. Be very fluent with your ideas. Let it flow. And that's what I like when I look back at the building of my track too, the beginning to end, where I started it and where I finished it. I really like watching those videos. That's why I'm enjoying watching your track building right now because we're all in on you building it up right now. So I think that's a bit for everybody, and especially for all the new people. It's absolutely fantastic because it'll inspire them to want to do it. I think.
I hope so. I like to see more people do rail and road layouts.
Oh, absolutely! Like, who in the comments right now would like to have a rail crossing on your racetrack? I know I would. I think it would be cool. I used to have a train set. I mean, I used to show pictures of uh, where are they? Oh, they're here somewhere. I used to show pictures of me with standing on my papa's train set that he built for me in a little tuxedo. So yeah. So where do you see the track in? Where are you headed with the track? What's your grand vision? I say, like, let's just say in a few months from now, what are we going to see?
Well, it should be done by then. I'm going to extend it by 3 feet because the outer loop, there's not enough
No.
length on the table
Oh yeah. So
to.
you're going to extend that piece outwards?
Yeah, I'm gonna add like another 3 feet to it so I can loop the train around,
Loop the
and I can
train,
make the streets a little longer too.
build a huge trellis right there off the end of the table. Awesome,
So,
awesome. So slot cars, what's your preference? Do you have a preference when you buy a slot car? What is it you're looking for?
I prefer real race liveries.
Yes,
they're in short supply with HO scale,
I agree. I
which got
absolutely
me
agree.
into buying the 132nd scale cars. 'Cause I like real race liveries.
Oh man, those are so amazing. Hey, my only problem is if I buy one of those cars, I feel I'm going to be caught in a trap, the spending trap. You know?
Yeah, I got caught in that. So,
Yeah.
I have some stuff on order now.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
buying 132nd scale cars. I didn't even have a track at the time. I just liked the way they look, so I was just buying.
Right? Right? That was me. I was totally like prepared to start buying cars I don't even have a track for. It's like I can't start this now. Oh my gosh. That's totally it though, right? The liveries are just fantastic. Slot cars as a whole, I think, have gone quite a long ways. Like
If there's
even
any golf livery, yeah, I have a lot of golf livery cars.
yeah, I think some of them have been pushed a little too far.
I
Anything
got,
golf livery is actually a nice looking livery though, but I think they're beginning to start overusing it, and I think that's because the licensing, golf is easy must be easily selling their logo, their license to the slot car company. It's really cheap, I would imagine, for it to be all over the place. Like you don't see any other huge major manufacturers like that. Um,
yes.
at least from the oil industry, anyways.
Yeah, I assume they make it real easy for them to do that.
You think it's a little difficult? Well, it depends, though, right? HO, it's damn near impossible. But the European cars, actually, that's one of the things I want to talk to. What's his name? Oh man, his name's escaping me right now. But he does. Slot car dude. Pardon me, slot car dude. Yeah, he does European slot car. I don't know if
Yeah,
you
I like
check
his
him out.
channel. That's what I
Yeah,
watch. The P
he's
cars that
got
we
some
don't
pretty
get.
cool stuff. So I'm kind of curious to hear his point of view from a different continent. Because for us, we have all the hobby shops. HO is pretty much a North American thing, whether it be Mexico, United States, or Canada. And of course, you have the larger sizes, but primarily larger sizes are overseas, which is why it's kind of cool to see like places like Electric Dreams where they're running the bigger cars and that kind of stuff, where they got clubs and stuff like that. Hey, Slot Car League of Champions, thanks for joining us, brother. I appreciate it. Who else snuck into the room while we've been busy? Shift, Bill, thank you very much for joining us, brother. I appreciate it. Anybody who hasn't subscribed to Slot Car and HO Trains, please feel free to do so right now. All right, on your marks, get set, go.
Yeah, it will be greatly appreciated.
Yeah. Hit it up, guys. Don't forget to hit that like either. Mr. Fish, start kicking everybody's ass. Hey, Mike, how you doing, brother? Congratulations on your new job. Yeah, he's a secret agent now. He's going to be working for the government, building top secret slot cars.
Yeah, we need more race liveries for HL. They kind of lacking.
Lacking, yeah. So, what would you like to see? What do you think? What do you think needs to be on a car? For me, I think the basics for a racing livery is it's got to have a number.
Yeah, just the same stuff they have for 132nd scale. Like whatever real race cars that actually exist, I like to see a HO version of that car.
Right.
That's
So
why
you're talking
I have a lot of custom cars for that reason because they
the.
don't make them, so
So
I
what do
had
you
to have
think of
them
the
made.
Peugeot line? Like, is that what you have in mind when you're thinking racing liveries? You know what I'm talking
Uh,
about?
Peugeot,
Yeah.
I have a
AFX made
couple.
those awesome Peugeot 908s.
Ah, yeah, that was
I'd
that.
like to I'd like to see a comeback of that. I think that would be like a rerun. I'm okay with owning a copy of a copy. I'm cool with that. They look awesome. I just wish maybe I was in the game a little sooner. Been in slot cars almost my whole life, but I didn't really start the channel until pretty much though that line of Peugeots was already on its way out and extremely expensive. So,
I like to see some of the like 1970s F1 cars.
oh, I know what I wanted to talk to you about. What do you think of the Brock Racing Entertainment cars set?
Oh yeah, I gotta have that. That looks. See,
Hey, those cars.
I did a video on that. I always wanted the B510,
Yeah.
but I never got one. And now they're coming out one that looks better than the one that I actually wanted. So
Oh my
I'm
gosh, I
ecstatic
seen it
about
and I
it.
was like blown away. Even Travis, that slot car guy, even he was saying something about how it looked. And he's got a Bauer. Somehow we managed to get in on making 300 Bauers slot cars, so he's going to be sponsoring them. But I don't think he actually owns them. It's just he's part of the sponsorship on them. So that might be kind of cool, but getting a hold of one might be impossible. you know.
What livery's gonna be?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's amazing. Like, things, even like giveaways, mugs, and stuff. I found um, people are interested in free stuff, giveaways and stuff like that. Who isn't really, right?
Yeah.
So, I find it helped a little bit to give away like 30 free mugs with my logo on it, buying the printing press, and that certainly helped giving away some of those, getting things done. Got to figure out your style, right? I
Yeah,
really
where you
like
fit
the
in.
deliveries, like even the stuff that I print on the mugs. This is like for a mug press. I'd just put this in the press and it would be on the mug. Um, but yeah, slot car wise, I really think that we're about to explode here. This seems like we're on the cusp of things becoming much bigger. I feel like we're, with all the people, like I can, Slot Car Heaven, thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate it. Neil, thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. So, and then just seeing some new faces in the chat as well is very good to see, because that just means that even if it's incrementally, we're growing and everybody will soon know everything. And that's what we need, is everyone to be in the know, because that will keep everybody interested. It's like the squirrel. It's like we're all a bunch. For the most part, we're all a bunch of guys and a few females who enjoy this. So you throw something shiny out there or new, and we all got to have it or want it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I would like to see is digital on HL.
Oh yeah, digital and steerable, like we were talking about the other day on Discord. And by the way, anybody who'd like to join us tonight on Discord, um, let's see if first, let's see if the mayor shows up. And if the mayor doesn't show up, then I guess I'll be hosting Discord tonight, and I will post that. We'll see if the mayor shows up first. Kenton, do you know if mayor is going to be here tonight by
I
chance?
don't know. I don't know what he has going on.
He usually is. We'll probably see him later, but we'll wait for now. Yeah, cool, Slot Car Heaven. Thank you very much. Yeah, everybody's welcome to join. Of course, it's kind of just like this, except it's not just me talking to a guest. It's everybody being able to interact equally. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, I agree. Definitely, digital is how HO needs to move. Now, with the chips in the cars, of course, that are already in the AFX cars, those cars are for nothing more than interference, those chips. So they would have to come up with a new board. I know everybody sees that board in there and they immediately think, oh, it already has one. It's only for radio interference. Apparently, it was screwing up the how I'm not a professional, but how electricity was going through the lines. It's kind of like how you get the static in the line. Well, apparently
Yeah.
these little cars were causing static to certain electrical devices in the home. So the whoever's in charge of that made them put those little chips. So for anybody who's wondering what those AFX chips are, that's what they're for. They're for radio interference in the power lines. There you go. Damn, all that for
I
just
would
to
think
say
they
that.
could do that with the power supply.
Sorry?
I said I would guess they could do that with the power supply. Since
No, because the interference was coming from the CAN motor. So when the car finishes the link up on the track, electricity wise, apparently it was creating some sort of RF interference I don't know. Mike, I think Mike, you might know. Yeah, exactly. So you nailed it down. The FCC putting the squash on radio interference. It's because of that CAN motor.
Yeah, because I was wondering, like, the Autoworld cars don't have that. Because
Oh,
it's something.
the motor and the shoes rattling across the rails. He's saying so. Huh.
I was wondering how come they didn't come down on Autoworld for the same thing, or is it just unique to the CAN motor?
It's I think it's unique to the CAN motor, if I'm correct. But yeah, that's absolutely correct, David. David here's just saying that they have the RC 164th little tiny slot cars. I don't know if you've seen them, Kenton.
Yeah,
Um,
I've seen something like that.
yeah, just tiny. I think Robert Fish was showing us one in Discord last week. Holy mackerel! Like, so if we're stuck to using a car on a little rail, why can we not be driving that car? It's a very good question. Because, well, if you can build a 164th RC, you should be able to put that car on the track. 1/72nd scale. That is very small. Not unique to the CAN. Oh yeah, see, my brother was the same thing with his ham radio too. He would get interference every time we were racing.
Yeah,
So
I used to have when I was a kid. It would interfere with the TV set. I don't see that anymore.
right, right, exactly. That's a good example of that too. Yeah, you learn a lot of lessons as a kid playing AFX for sure. But you know, I here's one thing I've noticed though. Been disappointed quite a bit with slot cars lately, with shoes popping off, the springs popping out, this, that, and the other. I don't recall any of this happening when we were younger. You know, can you imagine if you were having the
No, I don't remember
problems
that
today
happening.
when you were younger? That would be crazy. We would never play because the cars would never be usable.
Yeah, I don't remember that happening to me
They
then.
always seem so solid, solid. So, what's your favorite chassis? What do you really like these days?
I like the M chassis. I'm liking the Super 7. I like the
Super
Super 7.
Sevens?
Yeah. The Mega G, the old Mega G.
Oh my gosh, very nice. Yeah, I wish they never stopped making those. Those are spot on. They're just labor intensive.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was kind of what I didn't like about that. They didn't have any parts for it.
Well, that too, right? Now they
Yeah.
got you. Of course, you can get parts from 5 different dealers now, but back when it was impossible, they tried to make you buy the whole chassis again, or at least another car.
Yeah, it was kind of like throwaway. I didn't like that.
No, even I think Robert Fish was saying something about how he worked at a place where they literally just used to throw away hundreds of cars just because. Crazy. It's like and all I was looking today just before coming on, and all the commercials for AFX and USA One.
Yeah,
I
they don't
was
have that anymore.
no, I
That's the
know,
difference
but
from
like
when we were kids till now. Is like we had a bunch of commercials,
yeah.
especially at Christmas time. They were killing it at Christmas time.
Oh man, yeah.
They don't have
Run
that
into
now.
the
But
toy departments, like, oh my
yeah,
gosh.
I know. I used to love that.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I would go to the stores. They had a toy department.
Oh man. Me and my brother would be playing guns, running around, screaming and yelling, throwing shit off the shelves, shooting rubber darts everywhere. Oh yeah. Oh, the good old times when you can just
Yeah,
do
they
it
don't,
like
they don't
Lady
even have
Smith.
toy stores around here anymore. It's
No, no, they're all going. Even the ones here, Toys R Us just is on its way out. So Okay, before we get too far into today's meeting, let's uh, let's see who my members are here right now. Are there any of my members here right now?
Let's see, what is this? Chat. Ah, that's a nice one.
Yeah, bro. I like this one. Yeah, it's cool. It looks really good with the label tires on it too. Oh my gosh, so nice.
Yeah,
I
that
think I
really
think
brings it
really
out.
it's all about the look more than it is about the actual running of the car, you know? So it's so awesome. Yeah. And who else? I think Sean, are you here too? Looks like two of my members. I gotta have a draw with two people. Yeah. Donald Masson and Sean Hurley. I'm gonna do a draw from 1 to 4. So for everybody who doesn't know what's going on right now, Sean Hurley and Donald Masson are both my members, and I'm doing a member draw today. First off, I'd like to thank Donald Masson. He's been a member of mine now since I was very first able to have members. Donald, I'd like to thank you for your 7-month membership. I absolutely appreciate it. Sean Hurley, he's been with me for a bit now too. Thank you very much, Sean. I appreciate it. So, to both my members who are here right now, Kenton is going to pick a number between 1 and 4. And between Donald and Sean, you guys pick
All
a
right,
number. So hang tight a sec. Okay, you got the number?
I got a number.
Okay. So, Donald, because you're my longest member, you get to pick first, 1 to 4. Okay, Sean? Donald? Do we have it?
I'd pick 3.
Okay. We do it again. Start over, guys. We're not making this easy.
I'll pick
All
another
right.
one.
Here we go. Once again, Donald, you're first. Okay. Sean, 3. Okay, hang on. Don't show it yet. Did one of them get it?
No.
Okay, so hang tight. Okay, Donald, so you're obviously guessing 1 or 4.
I can't see anything. What did he put?
So is it 1?
Man.
There it is. Okay. Donald Masson, I want to thank you very much. All yours, brother. Please, I'll get your information. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And guys, don't forget to hit up the Slot Car Depot. Thank you, Donald. I appreciate it. thanks, Kenton, for helping us out with the draw.
No,
And for anybody who wants to become part of the SVR membership, you could be a member for $1 a month. These two gentlemen are not dollar a month guys. Fantastic. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Donald, thank you for your, I would like to say long time service, but that's not long time service. I appreciate your membership for sure. All right. So always remember, guys, keep fresh. Hopefully, you have something that people want to see, which is the reason why I bring on special guests, because I want you guys in the community to meet all these great people that we come across from a day-to-day basis. I mean, you can watch YouTube till your face turns blue, but still really not know who the creator is. My whole idea with this these little Monday Night Lives was finally just to bring everyone together, and then I wanted to bring on creators one at a time so that you guys can meet the people like Slot Car and HO Trains, Kenton here, people like Mark at Mark's Slot Car Garage. We all know Scott at Scott's House of HO Racing. Just fantastic people like that. The people who are, I'd like to say, bucking up our awesome hobby here, and we keep pushing for the right kind of content. And do you guys see something, or you're interested in something that's not being produced? Maybe bring it up to somebody. There's a lot of people who are actually making videos now, and yeah,
yeah, requests don't hurt, and somebody might
yeah.
say something
Well,
good for you.
that's right. And you never know, right? Maybe the creator's stuck and they're looking for ideas. I know there's a few times where some people have asked me, like even right at Christmas, someone was like, "Hey, can you talk about?" I think it was the awesome winter conditions semi set. Oh my gosh, I can't even get into that. Oh, and I just went and bought another semi lately.
Yeah, I just saw that at Hobby Lobby. So I said,
Hot. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, if you're a collector, it's nice to have, but like I said, the warning I gave was just be very careful if you're buying it for your kids. I think you'll ruin a Christmas if you buy that set for your kids. So for adults, it's good. It's not. Let's just say it's not a beginner set, and I think that's where lots of people will go wrong. So yeah, but so where are you headed? What's your game in the future? Slot car wise and train, like I notice. Oh, let's talk about the club. So I've been seeing you taking trains to a club. Want to talk about that a little bit?
yeah, I joined a club, model train club where we run the trains at. Like I don't have digital on my set, and what gave me the idea? It was one of my guys joined a club up. This is further north in Jersey, the High Railers Club, and I was like, well, there has to be a club near me that does the same thing.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so I joined the club, bought some di- digital trains and stuff, some cars. So I have something to run. Plus, you have somebody to talk to when you're doing it instead of sitting at home,
Right.
by yourself.
Oh, it looked absolutely cool. Like, yeah, not everyone can afford to build out a kick-ass layout, but we all want to run our trains on the kick-ass layout. It's the same thing as the slot cars too, right?
Same
We
thing. It's
right. We just want to run our cars on a kick-ass layout. So,
like
yeah,
I used to go to like the shop I was telling you about that sells the Bauer cars. I used to go there to race cars and sometimes just drive around, buy some track time because again, it's much bigger than what I have at home.
right.
So yeah, plus there's people there, you have somebody to BS with and run cars with, which is
Yeah.
I'm glad I started this channel because that's how I found Mark,
Mark,
the
yeah.
mayor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Bear,
so
yeah, yeah.
yeah, so I found him. So I have somebody to race with every now and then. So, yeah.
Yeah, well,
It helps out a
that's
lot.
what makes it so good, right? You know, you meet these people. Like in Canada, it's a little bit few and far between. You know, I have Robert Fish. He's in Ontario. I haven't met another slot car person on my channel from my province, but I have met some people from Alberta, one from BC, and a whole bunch from Ontario. Robert Fish being one of them. So it's very weird here because you know, in the United States, you guys got a fair amount of like places like that to gather at. More than here. I mean, I don't mean to make it sound like, you know, it's on every street corner like it was in the '60s or '70s, right? But you know, a lot more than here. Because if I wanted to go hang out with my buddy and play slot cars, well, that means I got to go see Robert Fish, and he's like 20 hours away. So
Oh my God. Yeah, well, that's the difference. And Jersey, the population density is much greater, so there's a
right, yeah,
they can support that. We still have comic book stores and all that stuff. It's
yeah.
because of the population density.
Well, we got some. We still got the lots of stuff like comic book stores and stuff. But my local hobby shop is probably the only place in the city where I can get uh, AFX or Auto World cars. And before I started this channel, they were doing silly stuff like they put their slot cars on the shelf behind the display cabinet that was sitting on the cabinet in the way of the shelf with the slot cars on it. So there's like a glass cabinet, and behind the glass cabinet there's a wall, and on that wall are where all the slot cars are nicely displayed. But on that glass cabinet right in front of the, you know, the customer is another display, and you can't even see the slot cars. And then they had the tracks on the other side of the store. So I was like, I'd like to help you sell a little bit of these. I'd like to make a video. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah. So it was pretty raw. I think things started spiraling in a positive direction though when I kept going in asking for, hey, did you get the new cars? You got the top fuels in yet? Of course not. But they're ordering all this stuff, right? So but they're having the same problem as everybody else. And like Jeff constantly keeps getting back to me about the stock in his local Hobby Lobbies, and it's the same thing. Auto World traps the dealer in this really shitty scenario where Auto World makes every dealer buy a full entire box. You can't buy a half box or three cars. As a dealer, you have to buy the whole box. So that meaning in that whole box, there's only six cars in there that are going to be desirable. So that means those other six cars, and anybody who's been to a hobby shop knows what's left sitting on the shelf are those second set of six cars that I'm talking about. It's the ones that nobody really wants. And then in order for Hobby Lobby to reorder again, they got to buy another whole box. Once
Yeah,
again, the first six cars are desirable, and now they're sitting on a whole entire box of cars they can't move. So AFX allows dealers to buy cars individually. I don't know how much they're selling though, but are how like to a dealer, if a dealer's just allowed to be like, yeah, I'll take three of these, two of those, one of those, couple of those, or they're just like, no, you got to buy five, five, and five. I'm kind of curious to know how that goes. Nearest
yeah.
hobby shop to me, 400 miles.
I know that's a ride, man. Jesus.
Oh, wow, load the donkey, man. Make sure you pack a lunch. Holy cow.
Yeah, I don't know why they do stuff like that. I mean, I want to buy what sells. I don't want to buy a bunch of stuff and it's just I'm buying it just because.
Right. You know, I can understand if maybe you need I hear I hear after a while these cars that get left over, Hobby Lobby prices them to like $20 or whatever. But you know, if you need something, you'll already have it by that time anyways. It's too far down the road, and
Yeah, man.
they need to change their style. Auto World, see, Auto World will do that. They'll come out with that really nice set, and then they'll do something ridiculous like stuff crappy cars into it. Um, I'm really not a big fan of that. I think that floods the market with too much garbage, and it doesn't force Auto World to come up with anything new and exciting. They just keep dumping them out. Yeah, Bill, that's what I mean exactly. There you go. There, see, 1995 they start at, and those are the ones that are like been humped on the leg for like ever. Oh yeah, Pit Kit 12.95 is absolutely fantastic. Well, for me, it would be. I don't know how that would be for you guys. That'd be like what, $16 for me. Oh, that's kind of expensive for a pit kit.
Yeah, it's kind of high. It's just selling in bulk like Jag Hobbies. You can get stuff in bulk. Like
Yeah,
I'll buy like the Jag Hobby parts. They fit the Mega G. Chat like the pickup shoes and stuff like that. They fit on a Mega G. So I used to buy them in bulk.
right. Well, that's probably the best idea for people like us who are, producing videos and needing them for other things, right? Running them on the track or even just destroying them. I've got so many chassis I can't use now. Auto World just end up or pardon me, AFX finally warranted my the white GT Heritage. It's number 95. The number 96 just came out. It's white, and they had to warranty four of those, four 1.7 chassis and three 1.5 chassis. I just sit on them. Well, it was a problem with the wildfire cars, so I ordered four of those. All the pinion gears were totally wobbly. In the video that I produced, like 2 months after I first started this channel, I did the review for that car, and it's sitting on the little dish spinning around, and you can actually see way back even to then where the tire touches the back wheel well. And I have four cars like that, and two more. Yeah, Ashley knows my voice, probably.
Yeah, I had a 55 Chevy that the front tires rub against the wheel well.
Oh, on the old
Yeah.
AFX ones.
No, it's an Auto World one of the new
Oh,
Auto
Auto
World.
World. Is that a
It,
new
I
problem?
guess it's an older version of that. I think it's an older body. I think I have it nearby. Thought I had it in here. Yeah.
Hey, Privateer
All right.
Ryburn, thanks for joining us. We
Like
appreciate
this
it.
one here. The tire rubs
Oh
on the
yeah.
wheel.
Well, it looks like the whole shell's leaning forward.
With on the newer bodies, that doesn't happen. But on this one, it's the older version of the body that rubs.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I
And
just have the pit kit versions. I have a few 57s and Nomads and just regulars. Those were from ProTinkerToys.com, the exclusives when Brian first started making his exclusives. But now I think they're blowing that 57 right out of the water. I think it needs to be put to bed. Too much 57. I think we need to concentrate on new, more fresh liveries and some of the new tooling. It looks absolutely fantastic, like the new Charger R. What is it? RT.
yeah,
SRT. The police version.
yeah. The thing I don't like about that, it looks kind of short and stubby. That really should be on a 1.7. That's a big car. And we need police cars with working lights, lights that actually flash. Yeah, they have the what do they call that? Cars with the lights on them.
Oh, the flamethrowers.
Flamethrowers or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, I don't care about the headlights. Well, I like the headlights, but the light bar should light up too.
You'd think so, and there's no reason why they really can't, because it's LED, and even if you were just to run it off the switch in the batteries, so you just throw the switch on, I think it would still look cool anyways. Even if you had to manually turn the switch on, then put the car on the track, and then let it go around with the lights flashing LED.
Yeah, I mean they could do that.
That's the basics of what they could do, to make it look really cool, because the LED flashing will look fantastic. I've
Yeah.
wanted to put rice grain LEDs for the blue and the red in the old Tyco cars, the old Aurora cars,
Well, I
because
have
they're
two
using.
custom cars that I have LED lights on. I mean, it could be done. They just don't have the willpower to do it.
Yeah, well, that's why I sent mine to Steve at Stockpile Hobbies. Hey, man, want to put LEDs on these four cars for me? Perfect idea. He's good at it though, man. I don't want to really, if I screw with that and the car's crapped out. Steve's done it hundreds of times, man. I watched them. Plus, it's good. It's good for him too. Allows people to see him. But he's right there with me. We actually, while I was doing my 1,000 subscriber show, Steve, on the back end of it, ended up getting his 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
So
that's cool.
yeah, it was like a 2-for-1 that day. It was absolutely fantastic. But now I'm crawling up on my 1,500 subscribers, guys.
You're getting up there, man.
1,500. But in the end, it doesn't really matter whether I have two or 1,500. My whole goal in the HO community is to help anybody who is not over 1,000 subscribers. I will pump anybody. Just let me know. Everybody is right around 600, 700, 800 right now. It is crazy. Everybody's going to get 1,000 subscribers in 1 year. It's going to be awesome.
I hope,
And then
man.
you watch, right? Because now you have skin in the game. It's little skin from little people, but it's some skin, and it kind of gives you a bit of a push, right? So, and it's exciting, right? 1,000 subscribers. I mean, we all say, "Oh no, nobody's gonna get rich, right? Nobody at all." I mean, I think like I said to the other guys, or like I said to you yesterday. I think I make $100 in a month, and that's putting 4 or 5 videos out a month. Um, so that's all I want to do. I want to be comfortable. It's not about nobody's going to be rich, that's for sure. But it does help me buy the next car for a review because, as you know, I don't have people jumping out. I'm sure you don't have people jumping out and throwing HO product at you saying, "Here's a free whatever,
Yeah,
please
no,
review it for me." Never happened, brother. Never. Not a chance. Although I can't. Gene at NYC Slots Limited. This is his the Slot Car Depot. You can find him at GMQ2006. He did sponsor Monday Night Live and offered prizes for the people who are here with us today, and um, and in the past, of course. And of course, on Monday nights, as I like to do, it is amazing. Every once in a while, you do get somebody who wants to help out, and I can tell you right now, out of just about everybody in the HO who sells HO something or other, I've asked them all if they wanted to give maybe 5% off to the people who watch this or what have you. And the only person who wanted to help out was Gene from NYC Slots. So,
yeah,
uh,
good, man.
yeah. So always remember, I like to also tell creators, always remember, and try and push forward. Pass everything on to your subscribers, and that's it. When you get to the point where you're at 1,000, then you can have absolutely fantastic people join your team, man, and help you out with a few projects. And that's pretty much where it is. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, Bill. Don't forget about that. Don't be shy. Definitely do not be shy with NYC Slots. He actually told me to tell you guys to let him know before you purchase that you are a subscriber or you watch Monday Night Live. Do not purchase until you let him know. He doesn't have a. I tried to get a discount code from him because I think that would make it easier
Yeah,
for
yeah, it
him
would make
too,
it easier.
right? But it is the way it is, and just let him know. Unfortunately, just send him a message to the whatever it is. Um, I buy quite a bit of stuff from him, so I always send him a message even before I'll order anything or put anything in my basket. I'll ask him about it first, and there's a few cool things coming, man. Like I said, I'm really sick of these semis, but damn it all, I ordered another one, and I want to thank Gene for that. He actually did me a big favor, and he pulled a cool one for me. He split something up for me, and I absolutely appreciate it. Of course, he's going to be able to sell the second half of it, but it's nice that he was able to do that for me, and I do appreciate it. So, guys, he's really actually trying to help out our community, and I think that's absolutely fantastic. Being that, like I said, I've asked some of the biggest names in slot car, and a lot of people. I could tell you what I got in the start. It's kind of like, well, who are you, Mister? I have 500 subscribers. You know. So let me tell you who I am. I'm the guy that just passed 1,000 and is about to hit 1,500. Cloud is not really what it's about. It's just making sure that everybody knows who you are. Get your name out there. Um, what way like are you do you have a steady flow of subscribers right now?
It's usually about it seems to be like 20 a month. It seems to be the average.
20 a month, yeah, and it's pretty constant.
Yeah, it's pretty consistent.
And how much videos would you say you're putting out per week?
Probably like 3.
3 weeks, so like
Yeah, I'm not doing as much as I was, but probably about
yeah,
three,
well, of
three
course,
per week.
right? So we could always use a little more money.
Yeah, well, I was working from home, so I had the time to do it.
Oh, that's sweet. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you about your drag racing. I haven't seen any drag racing from you lately.
Yeah, that's done. I just put up a couple.
Did you? Okay, cool. I'll have to
Yeah,
check them out. Because drag racing in the HO world's about to explode, brother. Oh yeah. As soon as they get that timing system up, oh,
well, that's what
everything.
blew the channel was the drag racing. I didn't think it would take off like that. I was just goofing off.
Yeah.
I didn't think anybody would watch it, but I mean, you
No,
never know.
our HO community is starving right now for drag racing because Buckeye HO Arizona HO drag racing. I don't know what happened with him, but he was the big drag racing guy. And Slot Car Dude did lots of drag racing, which I really enjoyed because he would have proxies. So it was kind of cool watching people send their cars in and stuff. Plus, he has his drag strip built out a little bit, kind of like you up against the wall like that. I like that idea. I wish I could have done that, man. But
Yeah, it's
I
not as
have no
long as I
room
would like
left.
it to be.
I got a 10 by 14 table in the middle of right in the middle of my basement. It's like, oh my gosh, where am I going to put the drag strip? Well, I guess I'll just have to put it right on the front. That's all there is.
I don't know, maybe I was just bored. I was like, let me just put this set up. I had bought a snake and mongoose set when it first came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just never used it. And I was just bored one day. So let me put it up on this windowsill. And that was it. I just started making videos and people started watching it.
Yeah, that's the secret. I think Robert's got it here too. Auto World makes those, of course, they make those really awesome 4 gear cars. The shells for the 4 gears are absolutely fantastic. I just can't get over how they look compared to the extraction line. It's like, holy shit. We got 8-year-olds building the extraction line, and we got, like university educated people building the 4 gears. I don't get it. Because when you look at a
Yeah.
4 gear shell and you look at a extraction shell, it's like, what? It's almost like you walked in the wrong room.
Yeah. You know what the release date for the BRE set is? Because I didn't catch it on the round two.
I think that's supposed to be coming out very soon, actually. because those were the releases for August, so they're probably already out. Maybe I could be wrong though, but I would guess they're out. But yeah, I just wait for eBay. I scan eBay, and the second I see those cars come up, because those cars will pop up in eBay by themselves for $1 million, some
Uh,
stupid number, right?
I
Oh,
wouldn't
three
even.
hundred dollars you could own these cars. Well, I could buy the whole fucking set for 200, idiots.
Yeah, I know. Like, and what really kills me about that is like, once the sets get old and they stop selling, then they sell the cars anyway. So I mean,
Right.
you might as well
Yeah.
just wait it out. I'm not gonna
Well,
pay
that's just it,
top
right?
dollar for that.
Oh, Bill just says September.
September next month.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Auto World should be producing more four-gear dragsters, top fuel ones too, and they should be making them more readily available. Almost all the top fuel stuff is being released outside of the normal lines, so the only way you come across it is on eBay. Your local probably wouldn't have the normal top fuels hanging on the shelf. Not to mention the new top fuels have got cockpits on them now, so they'll have covers over the canopies.
Ah,
Kind of excited to see that, because that'll come right at the time where the timer gets installed on my track, hopefully, and the double power track should be in by then. So I want to run full power to each track individually. So yeah.
yeah, that'd be cool. I wish they would update the drag sets, man. Like, there's no time on it.
No.
It's just when, just a light to indicate that who won the race. They should have like a time, and like you got a whole shot, it's just say whole shot.
Well,
You should
I
add a
agree.
computer to it.
Have you seen the Sick Dragon slot car timer before?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, it does all of that, but it really needs to be a lot more contained. It's looking like it was produced in 1980. It's got a big plastic box, but it does everything that you just mentioned. It just needs. It's even got that digital alarm clock number on it.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Steve was so awesome to sell it to me. Oh my gosh, the story behind that thing is absolutely
Yeah,
crazy.
but I was just wishing that just a wish that Auto World would step their game up and add that to theirs
I feel Auto World is
for
getting
the
very
set.
close to it. Yeah, because Auto World is. I believe Auto World is probably going to end up going digital before everything else. The whole idea with the hand controller, the
Yeah.
wireless hand controllers, and they're supposed to have a digital start and stop spot, which is not up to par quite yet, which is the reason why we don't see it. But from what I understand, that is the plan with that whole entire set. Is to be able to have that digital start and stop with the clock. I don't know whether they're trying to do it so that it's on your phone or that it's on some sort of little display that they'll have, but I feel like it's going to be a phone app.
Yeah, they probably do that. You take the easy way out.
Yeah, well, yeah, right? Because it would be a pain in their ass to have to produce those little tiny towers with the lights on them that display everything that, they could just Bluetooth to the phone.
Yeah,
But
but that's not as cool looking.
yeah,
Yeah. That's
right?
the
Or
thing,
maybe,
there's no cool factor there. It's just you're
or
on the
what if they
phone.
do it like the holographic timer by AFX there, where they had you put your
They blew
smartphone
it
in
with
there?
that, man. That would have been awesome if they
Yeah,
had went digital where you can, pull off into the pit lane, then the guys run out and serve the car.
yeah.
That would have killed it.
It would be awesome if it would just like digitally kill the power in the track. Like when you run out of gas, then it just slowly starts killing the power in the track. You'll be like, "Why can't I move anymore? Because your car's running out of gas."
Yeah. They
That
could
would
do
be
that. That
cool.
could be done.
Oh, with the digital, absolutely. I fully agree with that. It absolutely could be done. Yeah, it's
You know what?
man.
A few years ago, before the beer bug of unknown origin, I was at a toy and train show in Edison, and Hornsby and AFX was there.
Oh
And the
wow.
representative from Hornsby, I was talking to him. He was saying that they were trying to come out with the app. Let's say if you had the exact same set as someone else, you could race over the internet.
Oh,
If you have the same layout, But I don't know what came of that. But that could be done, especially now since internet speeds are faster. That would be a way to get kids into it.
That is what the problem. I think the problem right now is internet latency between people, like between, say, if I were I guess racing you and you have lag, that's going to be a problem. I think what would have to happen in that case is one racer could maybe race and record it and send it to the other.
Well, it's no difference than video games. I mean,
No, that's true. Yeah. Okay. No, you're right. That's absolutely
it,
correct.
it would be the same thing.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, you should be able to play head to head like that. Yeah, absolutely.
that would be, like I said, that would get kids into it because now
Right.
you're on a computer, but you actually have something you can hold in your hand.
Yeah, we could race Robert Fish. Yeah, I'll finally get to race another Canadian. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we're heading at the end of the hour.
Oh yeah, it's an hour.
Yeah, it's amazing how fast time goes when it's just easy. You know, it seems like everyone we end up talking to on the show, the show just flows, which is great. I think that's because I think a lot of the creators are on the same page now.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
whereas we know we have to step it up a little bit. If we want to bring in the younger crowd, i.e., the millennials or anybody who's in between young kid and us, then everything's got to be flashy and it's got to be different and upbeat. I think that's the key, and I think we're all slowly heading in the right direction, and I think it's going to make a big difference very soon. We I think it's a big thing that we get some commercials going, but we do need some people who are bigger to step up.
Yeah, that's where we're lacking at is marketing.
Yeah,
That's the main thing. Like I said, that's what got us when you were kids. You saw the flashy commercials, and you had Jackie Stewart on the box, Richard Petty was on the box,
yeah,
Peter Revson.
hmm
You had actual racers on the box. That's what made me start watching racing. Because
right.
Jackie Stewart was on the box. My first set had Jackie Stewart on the box.
Yeah,
Started watching Formula One.
yeah, oh, fantastic, eh? Just and always commercials, Saturday morning commercials. I think those were
Yeah,
massively important, and slot car giveaways on the back of comic books. Crazy.
that's how I got
Now
my AJ Foyt.
AJ Foyt, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I
So there
got it.
was the three pack: the Jackie Stewart, AJ Foyt, and oh,
I
is that
got a
what you?
Richard Petty like that too. I got a Richard Petty from I forgot what I had to do to get it, but
Oh my gosh, eh?
it was a Richard Petty G Plus car.
Yeah, the number 14 Foyt. Oh my gosh,
Yeah, that's what it was.
nice. Yeah,
It was orange. I have one. It was orange. I remember that. It was like I said, I don't remember what you had to do to get it, but I went through the process and I got the car.
yeah. It could have been a lot of different places because just about everybody, a back of cereal boxes, comic books. You know, looking at the Green Army Men on the back of the comic books all the
Yeah,
time. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna buy one of those, and those sea monkeys. I need one of those.
yeah, I had a lot of army men.
Yeah. Then I
A
just
lot of
grow the
army
sea
men.
monkeys and feed them to my fish.
I never got that. My cousin bought that. I never got that.
They're awesome. Yeah. All right, Kenton, I want to thank you very much. Slot Car and HO Trains. Everybody, if you haven't subscribed to them, please make sure you do. Um, don't even bother going to bed tonight unless you've already done that. All right. So now that we got that clear, I want to thank you, Kenton. Absolutely fantastic. Keep it up. The community needs us. There's no stopping now. It's onwards and upwards.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, brother. Have a good night, man.
All
Thank
right.
you,
Good night,
everybody
guys.
who's here. We appreciate it. We'll see you guys later.
All right.